All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Crypto Hangout Network. We are back doing the live streams on Sundays at 8 p.m. I took a couple of months off for a little break. We got a lot of news going on this week. If you're in the Facebook chat group, then you know that I've been posting a lot of information, as well as if you've been paying attention to the community tab, then you can also see some of the information that I have been giving to my alpha groups. Okay, let me know if you can hear me. Can hit the like button or put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. All right, let's see here. All right, before we get started, if you would like to subscribe to our Spotify channel, where I drop a lot of alpha, a lot of interviews and behind the scenes content, special content. It's $4.99 a month. Link will be below in the bio and in the description. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's look at the crypto bubbles. As you can see, Luna C is up 18%, Ape is up 5.6%, Sand is up 4%, XRP is up 2%, Mana is up 4%, Sol is up 3.1%, IMX is up 2.1%, CRO is up 1.8%, and we have a lot of red bubbles, right? So we have a lot of other coins that are up considerably amount, being Metverse and the gaming tokens, and so they are actually, starting to pump. If you have been paying attention to anything that I have been saying in the videos over the past year and a half, then you know that Metaverse is going to be big, as well as the gaming, and as well as the blockchains that are used to render those platforms. Okay, so now let's go to look at the charts. Got the Bitcoin chart here. All right, this is the Bitcoin 4-hour chart. As you can see, we have red right here. It fell down. It's down currently at 27, just above 27,000, and I suspect 25,000 is in the play. I told you guys that if we did not, right up in here last Tuesday, that if it did not break past this ceiling, that you would see a downward trend, and 25,000 would be in the play. 25,000 is still in the play, as you have lower highs. You have a lower high here, boom. Therefore, you had the fall. You have a lower high here, and you have it more red. So I suspect it to fall even more and produce a lower high and continue to fall down towards that 26,000 floor, and eventually break through that towards the 25K. But we'll see. We'll see how things go. Like I said, this is the 4-hour chart. Let's take a look at the daily chart here. Let's see, daily chart. Got the Bitcoin daily. And the same things, producing a lower high here. And so, like I said, probably towards the end of next week, you'll see 25,000 in play in the cards. All right, so just keep that in mind. Look at the smaller time frames to see what's going on here. As you can see, you had that cross right there, death cross right there, and price action fell along with it. This is the hour time frame. So we shall see exactly what it does over the next 24 hours. The next 24 hours will be crucial. You need the bears to show up and push it above this. It actually needs to be go above the 28,000 ceiling before you start to see a reversal. Before I start to get, excited, so to say. All right, so. What's big is on the news. We want to get into some of these Metaverse coins here next in a second, but I wanted to talk about right here this news that came in. It says Metaverse and blockchain boost North America digital gaming markets. So new research shows that North American digital gaming market is poised for growth as emerging trends. And I'm going to show you after this article. I'm going to pull up some of these coins and some of these charts so you can actually see exactly what's going on with them. So according to a new report on North American digital gaming market for 2023, the industry is undergoing a remarkable boom, driven by the advent of the metaverse and the integration of blockchain technology. the building blocks of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies into gaming. The report highlights how the gaming landscape is being reshaped by technological advancements and emerging trends, including advanced gaming technologies, socializing within games, cloud gaming, and gaming within the metaverse. So, let's see here. Just 1 second. So, beyond the traditional concept of playing games, these trends have transformed the gaming market into comprehensive ecosystems that encompasses viewing, attending virtual events, and content creation. And I agree, because now you get to own your assets that you bought. No longer, after you beat the game, you can sell them off and make money, instead of, not being able to do that in the past. Having to just sell the entire game, and you bought all this stuff, and you beat the game. Now you can't do anything else with it. You just wasted money. So now you could able to sell, your assets that you obtained in the game. You're able to own actual land that's in the game and make money off of that itself. So yeah, it's big, and I know that a lot of those games haven't, you haven't seen that in the news lately, but they're building. So do not sleep on those games. Research what those games are. Research their founders. Research their tokenomics. Research their assets and how do you make money in them. Okay, because gaming is a $1 billion industry, and it is very, very early in the crypto gaming and the Web3 gaming market. Okay, so that's something that you want to take a look into. So it says globally, the adoption of gaming within the metaverse is on the rise. A February 2020 study finds that over half of Gen Z gamers in the United States intend to make money in the metaverse, and I intend to make money in the metaverse on gaming. So I'm telling you from what I'm doing is a disclosure. This shift in consumer expectations has led to a growing demand in virtual stores within the metaverse, where gamers can browse and purchase products. Other noteworthy trend is the momentum gained by blockchain gaming, which enables using non-fungible tokens (NFTs) and distributed ledger technology (DLT) for in-game character sales and virtual goods trading. Right? It says while active gamers count, while the number of players have been steadily increasing, the United States has experienced a decline in consumer spending on video game products. The global gaming industry is gradually growing, propelled by evolving consumer expectations, technological advancements, and new monetization models. The pandemic-induced digital and online gaming surge created recent trends such as gaming in the metaverse. Gaming companies have introduced new business models, including subscriptions, in-game purchases, multi-games, and virtual goods. In North America, a leader in gaming revenue, second only to Asia and Pacific, and Asia is very big. So this is, if you could find something, a Web3 game where you can own the land in Asia, you can make a lot of money, because gaming in Asia is going to be big. For instance, like Mir 3 and the Wemix blockchain, which we have done a video on. You can find it in our Coin Hunters. We'll put a link up there, or a bit up there, to where you can link to that as well. So yeah, Asia is going to be big in gaming. So Asia Pacific witnessed billions of dollars in revenue in 2022. However, the report reveals the decreased consumer spending on video game products in the United States. The peak in consumer spending experienced in 2021 during the pandemic subsided in 2022 due to various factors, including the rising cost of everyday products globally, which led to consumers to shift away from purchasing video game products. Now, with that being said, let's go back and take a look at this chart and see exactly what is, some of these games, some of these metaverse games, right? And some of these metaverse and some of these gaming tokens, right? So you have Wilder World, right? You have Wild. As you can see, before Wednesday, the price on the 28th, the price was 33 cents. Now the price is at 55 cents, right? Steady going up. You have Sinverse. Right, price went down. You had that going. It ran up, but now it's going down. So this will be a good time to buy Sinverse. We will be doing a video on this coming soon. It will be uploaded to the Metaspot podcast on Spotify, which you can subscribe to and get to a deep dive, and you will understand what Sinverse is, and you will understand why we are very, very bullish on this Grand Theft Auto metaverse game. So yeah, we're gonna do some deep dive into this one. So yeah, then you have Vulcan Forge, as you can see, started to do a rounded bottom and starting to pump a little bit. You have Meta Hero, and you saw what Meta Hero did, ran up, and then you had a sell off. Okay, and then you had OVR, which did the same thing, and which is now selling off because you had the traders came up, had the pump into anticipation, and now you have the sell off back down to where it started again at 52 cents. Okay, well, around where it started again, 52, 51, 48 cents. Okay, so this is going to be big. This is something that you want to take a look into, as well as YGG games, and then you had another one, Red Fox. Red Fox, as you can see, what Red Fox did, it is still pumping. He had a little pullback, but not very much. And you had Render had a humongous pump, as you can see. Now you're having a little pullback as well. So this is something that you might want to take a look at, some of these metaverses coins, and some of these things that some of these gaming platforms and that are actually building and have been building through the bear market, that you can make a considerable amount of money on. That some of these are very cheap, some of these are very, very cheap. So they have a small market cap, so if they were to explode, or when they explode, then they will, you can make a considerable amount of money. All right, now to finish out on the chart, we went back to started out Bitcoin. We wanted to look at XRP. Where is it? XRP. And as you can see, XRP is in a rising channel. It has a pullback. It hit a resistance here at 54 cents. It pulled back down to 53 cents. And it is still in a rising channel. Okay, you had a golden cross with the 50 crossing the 200. And you saw the price action getting pulled up by the 21 SMA. Right? So it's going to be interesting. So with this lawsuit ends, it's going to be interesting to see what it does. All right, so enough of the chart. Let's go back to the news, right? So we had a big hack that happened over the weekend. It was Atomic Wallet. Millions and millions of dollars were stolen. Millions and millions of dollars were stolen. And I feel sad for the people, because it's supposed to be a decentralized wallet. And apparently they kept, I guess, private keys, or stored the private keys to every wallet on a server that was hacked. That is something that I saw on Twitter. Not sure if that is the case or not. So let's see what these articles have to say. As always, we never read the articles first. We always read the articles together. That's how we do it here at the Hangout Gang. We are a family, we are a gang, we are a community, and we are Hangout strong. Right? So let's go ahead and see what this says about Atomic Wallet. It says several users have reported losses of crypto assets, claiming funds. Let me get that right. There we go. Pull the article up. Sorry about that. It says several users have reported losses of crypto assets, claiming funds held on Atomic Wallet app vanished. Atomic Wallet has reportedly been exploited, with users reporting complete losses of their crypto portfolios. Atomic is a non-custodial decentralized wallet, meaning users are responsible for assets stored on the application. So, how does this happen on a decentralized wallet if there's no centralized source? How does this happen? I don't understand. I don't get it. So, how does it happen? We have received reports of wallets being compromised. We are doing all that we can to investigate and analyze the situation. As we have more information, we will share it accordingly, stated Atomic's team in a tweet on June 3rd. Several users have commented on the post reporting losses, claiming funds have been wiped out from the digital wallet app. On-chain sleuth ZachBTX, known for tracing stolen funds and assisting hacked projects, is taking part in the investigation. At the time of writing, it is unclear how the attack was carried out. Atomic claims to have over 5 million users. And I remember when ZachBT was posting this yesterday. I was following the thread. I actually follow him. So some of the things that he was posting was interesting. If you do not follow Zach BT on Twitter, go ahead and follow Zach XBT on Twitter. He is part of the Rug Pool Radio. He's, if I'm not mistaken, and he's part of the investigation team that does investigates rug pools. Right. So Twitter users also have reported that funds on the Atomic Wallet app have been stolen in the past. This happened to my BTC 6 months ago with Atomic. They simply replied back to you, protect your password, seed phrase, blah blah. I told them not even possible. All I do is use you to exchange and then move crypto out. My response to them, I will use you no more then. Now I was right, wrote one user in response to the post. The attack joins a growing list of crypto hacks taking place every week. On May 28th, the decentralized finance app Jimbo's protocol was exploited, resulting in a loss of 4,000 Ether worth of around 7.5 million. Tornado Cash, a decentralized crypto mixer, was also recently hacked. On May 20th, an attacker successfully granted 1.2 million votes to a malicious proposal, gaining complete control of the protocol's governance. Wow. So they created a malicious proposal, and then they flooded it with 1.2 million votes, and they gained control of the protocol's governance, and then just started stealing the money. Wow. Crypto hackers stole an estimated 3.8 billion last year, mainly through North Korea. Linked attackers exploited DeFi protocols, according to Chain Analysis report. Another analysis from TRM Labs revealed that although the number of incidents in Q1 2023 remained the same, the average hack size dropped to 10.5 million from nearly 30 million. Unfortunately, this slowdown is most likely a temporary reprieve rather than a long-term trend, warning that just a few large-scale attacks could tip the scales again. And I agree, which is sad. I think this is messing up the crypto space, in my opinion. I think this is stopping a lot of money from coming in. I think this is stopping people from making people change their minds. And so, but you're going to have to do your due diligence. Right? You're going to have to do your due diligence. So let's go right into the next article. ProXRP attorney's phone hacked to promote law token. And I saw this, and when I seen John's Diddy account promoting this token, I was like, no, this is like a scam. Like his account has been hacked, and it was indeed true. His account was hacked. Okay. So he actually came on his daughter's account, and he was actually, let everybody know that his account was hacked and etc. And do not mess with that token that they were promoting, right? So back into the article. Says lawyer John Deedon alerted followers via his daughter's account, urging people to report the hack as the XRP community responded, supporting awareness. Pro-XRP lawyer John Deedon suffered a phone hack on June 4th amid relentless cyber attack over several days. And he had been tweeting that he had been getting flooded. His phones was getting flooded with malware and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, it was only a matter of time before this happened. Crypto Law, an account created by the attorney representing over 76,000 XRP token holders versus the SEC lawsuit, responded to the hacker's tweet from the attorney's account. Crypto Law clarified that the tweets were not from Deedon but from hackers, and immediately steps were being taken to remedy the situation. And this is exactly what it looked like, okay? It looks exactly like this right here. The hack occurred as Deedon celebrated his birthday, with wishes coming from all over the corners of the crypto community. Tweets from the hackers promoted a cryptocurrency token called Law, which has an almost a non-existent market cap. Known for his resolve in confronting regulatory enforcement measures implemented by U.S. agencies, the attorney has established himself as an influential figure within the crypto community. The dissemination of false information and deceptive financial data within the crypto market poses a significant risk, given that traders often rely on guidance from influential figures within the industry. Such actions jeopardize the market stability and provide regulators with additional grounds to approach the industry with this sense of prudence and caution. So Deedon took proactive measures, which he did, and he communicated to everybody on Twitter. Okay, so that was one of the things that he did fast. He did that via his daughter's account, and he let everybody know that he had been hacked, and let everybody know that it was not him that was, doing this, and do not look at that coin. Next up, we have Congress introduces a game-changing crypto bill among 350 billion Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, and XRP. And so there's a new bill that's coming out that they are introducing that's going to change the game for crypto investors and crypto retail like me and you. All we have to do is pass a certain test, and we could become accredited investors instead of having they require, I think it is $100,000. So will be big. This will be big, and this will be a game changer, and allows the United States average retailer to participate in crypto like everybody else in the world, and not be looked at as a criminal, and not be looked at as breaking the law of not being an accredited investor, because now you just pass the course, pass the test, and then you'll be able to be an accredited investor. So very big, and this needs to pass. I like that part of the bill. I need to go look and read even more into the bill so you can see exactly what it says. But I think that'll be big for the United States retail. So next up, we got FTX lawsuits see crypto firms influence dial back endorsements deals, and you're seeing a lot of this on Twitter. You're seeing a lot of these people that are crypto influencers. They are taking a step back and reconsidering some of these crypto companies that are reaching out to them and asking them to promote or to do certain XYZ with their token, their NFT project, or etc. Because what happened with the FTX situation, as you can seen in the news, Shaquille O'Neal has been served, Kim Kardashian, a couple of other people have been sued or fined by the SEC, etc. And so now people are starting to take a step back and see exactly, like, whoa, maybe I should take a look at things, which is good. I don't consider myself an influencer. I just go over the news and go over things and present information to you guys, and let you guys see exactly where you stand, okay? And see exactly where you want to, if you want to research, buy a coin or not, or research further into a coin. So now it is time for the Twitter news. As always, every Sunday we cover a portion of Twitter news, as Twitter is always the place where everything is at. All the information, all the alpha, and if you want to keep abreast, this is the place where you need to be. It is Twitter. So first up, we have Spector. Spector is XRP's first metaverse. It is awesome. I love the graphics. It is totally awesome. So let's hear what these guys here, Spector, have to say. Okay, let's check it out.
A lot of people who are metaverse projects are trying to build a metaverse or a metaverse experience, or they're dropping buzzwords. We're trying to create a better web. What we're trying to do is recreate the entire web in 3D, basically. So the idea that everybody who has a website today will have a 3D website, because humans are 3D animals, and that's sort of the way we consume the world.
This is the future of the internet. The future of the internet, Spector. So again, like I said, I'm dropping some alpha on you guys. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Spector. I don't know if you have ever heard if you even knew that XRP had a metaverse, right? So now you do. XRP has a metaverse called Spector. It is trying to bring the internet into the metaverse, or make the internet the metaverse. Okay, as you can see, play the video here. You can go here at X Spector here, follow them, learn even more. We'll do a video on them pretty soon, right? So next up on Twitter news, we have Apple's most hyped event is happening tomorrow. We have Apple will announce the first AR VR headset at this event. It is a big step towards the metaverse. Agreed, right? Evan Luthra posted that on Twitter and gave us that information, that heads up, right? Thanks, Evan. Next up, we have Wall Street Silver gave us this information, and this heads up here says multiple central banks are building central digital currencies without authorization. So let's see what this guy has to say right here.
Austrian Freedom Party lodged a protest against the current left-wing government for ignoring a referendum on the right to use cash after an overwhelming 530,000 Austrians signed a referendum petition. With CBDCs now being pushed worldwide in the face of widespread public opposition, I think we'll see more clashes over protecting the people's right to save and to spend anonymously with cash, something we've had for a long time, for millennia, and have taken for granted, but is now under threat of being seized into a CBDC, a giant balance sheet the government can surveil and manipulate at will, turning your money into an allowance. In fact, a recent poll found that Americans overwhelmingly reject a CBDC, and opposition rises as they learn more about it. For example, opposition doubles when people learn a CBDC can be used to freeze the bank account of political protesters. It rises to even more when they learn a CBDC allows government to monitor your spending, and it rises to 74% when they learn a CBDC lets government control your spending. Cholera polls better. So why do governments keep pushing CBDCs when voters hate them? Simple. CBDCs are irresistible to governments who would dearly love to monitor and control every dollar you spend. Think of the opportunities for social engineering, reparations, or a China-style social credit system.
Control.
Meanwhile, punishing political opponents with a CBDC means controlling speech, which means permanent job security for politicians who serve the deep state first with the people as an afterthought. So how can we fight CBDCs? The easiest is to make sure your government doesn't start one. Central banks worldwide, 8 at last count, starting with China, are running CBDC pilot projects, allegedly for research, that build fully functional CBDCs without authorization. These should be stopped for the same reason government shouldn't be piloting, say, tools to mass censor political speech. The people control the government, not the other way around, and we tell
I agree. Agreed.
them what they're allowed to pilot via our elected representatives. By the way, central banks can run these pilots without authorization because they're self-funding. They print their own budgets with their magical basement money printers, meaning in many countries, central banks do what they like, free of the power of the purse that controls most of government. In fact, many central banks, including the Fed, are largely exempt from freedom of information requirements where governments have to tell the people what they're up to. As Murray Rothbard put it, the Fed has less congressional oversight, meaning less voter oversight, than the CIA. This means central banks will do what they like until Congress very specifically tells them to stop. I mean, spelled out like central bankers are 5-year-olds, including a blanket CBDC ban and a ban on pilots, even when they try to sneak one in by running it through banks or contractors.
Sneaky devils.
CBDC pushers are building them using central bank machinery that's currently immune from voters. It is up to us to make our representatives stop them before we are locked in a digital cage that none of us voted for. Okay?
I agree. Devils are sneaky, man. They're very sneaky. Sneaky, 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 sneaky. So, we got more Twitter news. It says right here, Wirewell, at Wirewell. Follow him at Wirewell. Shouts out to at Wirewell. At Whale sorry. Just in, Bitcoin developers are debating on whether they should adjust the BTC code to suppress ordinals and BRC20 tokens. This comes after billions worth of transactions swarmed the BTC network in May, causing transaction fees to surge and extreme network congestion. And I agree down here. It says, why would someone want to change the code to BC? Isn't it a big red flag? Well, yeah. It says, oh, you didn't know? Like, Fort Maxis have complete control over the BTC code and can change it to anything. Anyone who doesn't believe this should do research into Blockstream and Tether. They see how the BTC crumbled. As they see how BTC crumbled when it saw slight demand from the meme craze, so now they want to suppress it. This is just one of 1,000+ reasons why BTC will never succeed in the long run. And I do believe XRP will overtake Bitcoin too as well, so I agree with that. And if you don't know what BRC20 tokens are, if you don't know what ordinals are, stay tuned this week because a video will be coming out on that, and you will be very thoroughly educated on what both are and how to obtain both, and what wallets to use as well. All right. So next up on Twitter news, we have here ACI plus Ripple and handshake with FedNow. Says the U.S. Federal Reserve is set to launch their instant payment service FedNow this coming July, and ACI Worldwide has been named one of the first payment firms certified to work with them. ACI worked with the Fed to identify Corporate One Federal Credit Union as its initial partner to integrate instant payments into FedNow via ACI's real-time payments cloud. So according to release by ACI, this partnership will lend Corporate One the ability to extend immediate payment solutions to the FedNow service. ACI and SWIFT. ACI supports around 9% of global SWIFT traffic and approximately 30% in the United States. ACI offers services to banks around the world wanting to connect to and leverage the SWIFT Global Payment Initiative. ACI also supports real-time schemes around the world, meaning that any bank can use real-time payment systems to support SWIFT, SwiftFin, GPI, DOT, e.g. Ripple, wire and immediate payments. So, for my XRP community, that is another plus right there. A little hint. Last but not least, we had the Spector, which we already went over. So we will go back and look at the XRP chart, and as you can see, it's doing what it's doing. So, Hangout gang, thank you for joining me this Sunday as we start the kickoff back of every Sunday at 8 p.m. Maybe 8:30 p.m. I'll move it back to. We'll start adding guests. We'll start having interviews. We'll start having a little bit more content here on the Crypto Hangout Network, and especially on the Sunday Night Hangout. You know, I appreciate you guys for vibing with me. I appreciate you for subscribing. Appreciate you for hitting the like button. And again, hit the like button, subscribe, share with your friends, and be on the lookout for our newsletter, as we will be producing our newsletters soon, and the radio station will finally be launching here in the near future. Probably within the next week or two, we'll have the radio station launching. It will be a hip hop and R&B, and then we will follow with, that with the clothing launch for the radio station clothing launch and merch and etc. So again, this is Crypto Crane here, signing out for the Sunday Night Hangout on the Crypto